Hi, I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's version of Craft Corner. Well, Christmas is behind us now, and we're looking at January, and it's cold and snowy. So, I thought it'd be fun today to make something to hang in the window that represents our snow. These could be Christmas ornaments, but they can also hang in your window in January and February as a pretty winter decoration. So what I've done is I've made some copies of some snowflakes. And what you will need for this project is some snowflakes and something to work on, which I'm using a paper plate this time. I thought it'd be a little easier. You need some of these little glass puddles. You're going to need some glitter glue in blue. I've got light blue and dark blue, but when I was doing the samples, I thought the darker blue worked better, but whatever you have, you can use. Glitter glue, then you need white glue, and you also need a square of light blue felt. You're going to need a glue dot, some wire. This is blue wire. Any wire that's thin and pretty will work. And some silver cord. Now to start with, you're going to lay your glass on a snowflake and cut it out. In the shape of your piece of glass, and each one of these pieces of glass is different. So you just kind of cut around it like that, okay? So I'm going to do two of them because you're going to need two for each drop that you make. So you would cut around the snowflake. And then put them on your plate. Now, I'm going to use the dark blue because I said it worked better. And this one, you could squirt it, but I'm going to use a brush. You can either squirt it or use brush. This one's almost empty, so I'm using a brush. Yours will probably be squirtable and be fine. I'm just brushing it on all over. I'm not getting excess because if you get too much, then it'll stick to whatever you're working on when it dries, and that's not good. So after you've spread the glitter glue on the snowflake, then you want to put your glass piece on top and set it aside and let it sit and get dry. It has to dry before you go on to the next part. So I have some that I did earlier that are already dry. And what your next step is you're going to take your felt and you're going to use your white glue and make sure you get plenty of this on here and glue your glass snowflakes to your felt. And that's what it looks like there. Okay, that also has to dry before you can go on. Now, I have a couple that I fixed earlier, and they are glued to the felt, and they're stuck good. So now, you want to take your scissors and cut around the glass piece again. So there's one. And here's the other one. This is going to make one drop. You can make more than one. I'm going to give you in your kit enough to make 2 or 3 of these. So then you're going to need a piece of your wire. Now this is the really hard part. And if you have trouble, have mom or dad help you. You need to push this wire through the felt like a needle without getting it in your finger, because it could hurt if it goes through your finger. Okay, I got it through that one pretty good. I had trouble with my first one. All right, then try to get the other end of the wire through the felt on the other side, and you just have to be persistent, and you really need a straight piece, because if it's bent, it's going to keep trying to bend instead of going through the hole. And if you wiggle it a little bit, that seems to help too. On this instance, I bent it, so I'm going to cut that bent piece off, and I'm going to start over. And hopefully this will work. You just have to fight it. And be patient. It does take a minute to do this. Now I'm going to cut it again. It has to be straight, because if not, it doesn't want to go through. And of course I'm almost through this side, and I pulled it out of the other side, so we got to do that one again. But I've got it through on this side. Okay, I got it through, and I'm going to bend it back so it doesn't pull back out when I go to the other side. And then let's try this one again. It went through so easy the first time, it'll probably not go through easy this time, naturally, since I'm trying to hurry. Oh, it went through. Okay, so you've got it looking like this now. I want these two pieces to stick together. So this is where I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of this felt on this side, and then I'm going to stick them together. Now, they're together, and we're like this. So then we want to take this wire at the top and twist it, because that's what you're going to hang it by. Okay, so it's twisted. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Now just bend the edges of it down. So what you have is sort of a circle. Now I'm going to take a piece of this silver cord, and we're going to put it through the circle, and at the knot, or at the top, you tie it in a knot, and there you have it. You have some snowflakes that you can hang in the window. And enjoy this. I hope you do, and I'll see you next week on Craft Corner.